Hopefully we're all in. Hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning wherever you are. A little impromptu live as we talk about the chicken, the Olympic window display. Right, I think we're all there. Fizz, are you okay? Are you in my ear only and not live to the nation? Let us know if you can hear Fizz. I don't think you can. Hello everyone. Hey Rob. Hey Valerie. Hey Emmy, how are you all? Lovely to have you here. Right, so I know some of you are already going, what's this all about? We weren't due a show till next week. Well, that's because I've had this crazy idea. And it's all about the chicken. And yes, look, we've got Sue's chicken, Hennifer there behind us. Mine has gone off to pastures new. Wonderful. Oh, hey Sue, Curly Sue's here, and you can't hear Fizz. That's great. Good. That's for shop supporters only. And Fizz, can you see how many yellow W's there are in the chat? There's quite a few, isn't there? It's brilliant. Lovely to see you all. It was blisteringly warm today here in Suffolk, out in the garden for most of it. But anyway, let's not digress. Let's talk to you about the chickens, because this little show, about half an hour, 45 minutes, is to talk about the idea, because you know what time is like on the actual Wool Patch show. If we did this segment in the Wool Patch show next week, there wouldn't be time for anything else. And then this would then get really, really rushed. It would either be really, really long or really, really rushed. So what I thought was, let's do an impromptu live where we literally just talk about the idea and how you can take part. And then in next week's Wool Patch show, we could do a news item for 1 minute something and then link to this video that we've already recorded. How's that for organisation, hey Fizz? Absolutely. So, the chickens went down so well in the shop window. Did I post some pictures? I don't think I did. If you don't know what we're talking about, then let me just briefly fill you in. The emotional support chicken is like blowing Ravelry to pieces. And I think many people are fed up with it. But it's a lovely pattern. It's a fun little make. And it looks like this. Super cuddly. This is Sue's version. And there is a pattern for it. There's a knitting pattern. There's a crochet pattern for it. And you can follow it strictly and have these stripes in, or you could just do it solid. In fact, there are so many different things you can do. Well, we knitted these up for the Easter window, because we saw the craze. So we had them in my shop window for the last, two and a half weeks. And the amount of feedback we've had from the chickens is probably beaten any shop window display we've had since doing it. And I started the Wool Patch in 2016. You can imagine Easter holidays, all the kids going past too, especially with the little chicks in there. And as you do with being a shopkeeper, you plan for future events. And the ladies were also saying, oh, what's going to be your next window? The pressure's on after having such an amazing window full of chickens. And I actually thought, oh, God, what is the next window going to be? I thought, well, it might just be like a little interim thing where I put another garment in, which is what I've done. But it's no interim thing, really. It's a huge, massive snowflake shawl, the glittering snowflake shawl that Irene's finished. So that's now hanging beautifully in the window. So that's given me time to think of the next one. And as I was thinking, I suddenly thought, oh, we've got Eurovision, haven't we? We've got Wimbledon. And then it just dawned on me, we've got the Olympics 2024 in Paris. And I'm a big Olympic fan. I loved athletics as a kid. I was a big 100-metre runner, sprinter, and a high jumper. Well, of course, being 6'5". And then I thought, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then, you know what ideas are like. They come out in the weirdest time, don't they? in the shower or on that long drive to work. And I thought, oh, why don't we have an Olympic window full of chickens? Because the chickens were so popular. And that's what we're going to do. But we're not just going to have any old chicken. I thought we could have the chickens made up in every country's national flag. Now, how's that for a challenge? How many flags, nations, Fizz, did we say as we were planning it out? 205. Do you think we can get 205 chickens in the Woolpack shop window? Do we know 205 people to be able to make one? Or around about there? I don't know. We will have a look, but that's not going to stop us. And because there's so much creativity to be had. So me and Fizz, well, I say me, Fizz has been wonderfully beavering away, making a special form, which I think she's pinned to the top of the chat, knowing Fizz she has, and I've put it into the description box below, and we can have a look through that. And if I click this button here, you'll be able to see this one here. There it is. This is what the form looks like. And it says there, just gives you a bit of the background. Look, let's make some Olympic chickens for a huge window display in the shop for this summer's Olympics. You could knit it, or you can crochet it. And there is also a video tutorial. So if you've not knitted one or crocheted one before, you can watch that. I think the tutorial is for knit only. And what we want you to do is for you to choose a nation. Or as it says there, yes, I've got to get into that habit. They're actually called National Olympic Committees. Rolls off the tongue rather than a nation. But basically, you choose your nation's flag. And we've put a link there so you can see all the flags that are available. And there it is. There's the drop down. So you'll click on the drop down. And then choose. Now, some of them already gone, haven't they, Fizz? 11. We're at double figures already, everyone. Because I told my knit and natter ladies this week, from Wednesday onwards when I had the idea. So they've already bag-teed some already. But what I'm looking forward to is the creativity. So when you've chosen your flag, what we want is, how are you going to interpret, let's do it this way, there we go. How are you going to interpret your chicken? So you buy the pattern first, which is great for the designer, especially if all 200 of you buy it. So you go to Ravelry. Fizz will drop the link to the Ravelry pattern in the chat, or spread the word with your friends so they can buy the pattern. But it's how you interpret the nation and the flag in this pattern. As I said, these stripes are already there, but you could ignore those. So, for example, I was thinking earlier, Great Britain, for example, is usually red, white and blue. Have you noticed the red, white and the blue in the background too? You could ignore those stripes completely, hold 3 strands together of red, white and blue, and knit your chicken in this lovely mould effect of what goes around the needle and is what's seen. Does the red catch sometimes? Does the white catch sometimes? Or does the blue? And ignore what size it comes out. But then if you use 3 strands of 4-ply, it wouldn't matter. Just don't use 3 strands of chunky, because that would be a huge chook. It would be massive, wouldn't it? Just look at the chicken wings on that. Or you could be really clever. You could have a neutral colour, maybe a grey for the body. And because there are 3 stripes, just do red, white and blue. And that's the bit that I'm really excited about, is the creativity of what you as a knitter or as a crocheter choose to do. this one that actually Sue did, Sue, I think you did with one strand. This was variegated yarn, and then the tonal for the stripes. But there are so many things you could do. Cluck. Where's my cluck? Oh, there we go. That we can do. That's what I thought. This is going to look great, isn't it? In the window. How excited would that be? So that's the idea. So you could be as close to the flag as you want, or you could literally just take the colour scheme and do your own. There are some amazing flags. There are some ones that could be really simple. I think one of our ladies has already taken Japan and China, because I think China is red with some yellow stars. So they're going to just embroider some yellow stars on and have the whole thing red. So it's I should put you down. I should put you back there, Jennifer. So that's the idea. And then in the window, we'll have the chickens throughout the whole of the Olympics. We'll obviously have a podium, so we can have different chickens on first, second and third according to the event, especially because I think the first couple of weeks it's always swimming, isn't it? And we're in the diving room and everything. And I also thought in a certain part of the window on the glass, we can do the tally, the what do you call it? The medal chart tally. That would be great too. And then we can have whichever country is leading the tally chart, we can have that chicken next to their name. So that's the idea. Right, let's go to the chat, say hello to everyone, see how you all are. Hey, evening James, evening Rob, evening Valerie, evening Sue. Lovely to see you. Jan loves to sew. Feel bad. Oh, don't worry at all. You're watching, and that's just as important too. People contribute in so many different ways. So tuning in to watch makes an eye on, a view on, and the algorithm pick it up, and suddenly it thinks, oh, 10 people watching, 20 people are watching, and then it starts spreading it elsewhere. Not that we have ads on during a live, but I think sometimes an ad pops on when you log on. So that all helps. So never worry about that. Oh, there you go. And as Sue says, you're here supporting us. Absolutely. Hey, Uta, and hey, Natasha, evening. Margareta, good evening from... I was talking about Germany in our last session and how much I loved my trip to Cologne. And I've even got some classic German beer now because I love it. It's just so simple and none of all the additives and everything. Hey, Penelope. Hey, Stuart and everyone. Lovely to have you here. Sari. Hey, good to see you. Good, there's quite a few people, isn't there? Lovely having you. Wave to you, Teddy. And Sue's waving back too. Wonderful. Lovely to see you all. Right, Emmy, yes. So now, if you've read the form already, then you might already know. But if you are miles away, we try and make it easier for you and less cost. We thought you could just send it to the shop flat, with no stuffing in at all, because you can see it's not going to take up much room at all, because it's made up flat. And we're going to go to a little drawing bit in a minute where I'll get my pen out and I'll show you. But yes, you can send it to us flat with no stuffing in at all. We can stuff it and we can do the eyes, unless you want to do your eyes, but we can do the eyes and we'll do all the royal we. The wonderful ladies of the Knit and Natter groups can help sew up. Oh, brilliant. Wonderful. So that's the idea. So yes, and actually, Emmy, you don't have to. What's the deadline, Fizz? I think the Olympics starts mid-July. I think it's mid-July, maybe towards the end. Fizz will be on it and will tell me in my ear very... Oh, you start... Oh, yes, that would be cool, wouldn't it? See, now we're all getting inspired, aren't we? Good. Oh, July the 26th, is it? So you've got plenty of time. So we've got all of May, all of June, and pretty much all of July. 3 months. So you can factor that in. You can schedule it in, because I know many of you are busy knitters and creators. I think we did ours in a couple of evenings, didn't we, Sue? Because when we originally thought, oh, we'll have chickens in for Easter, I think Easter weekend was a week away. So it wouldn't take too much at all. Bob. Oh, is Germany already taken? But I didn't take it out, no. I think Germany might already have gone. James says, oh, I'm loving this already. Thinking of doing Tonga as they have the cutest flag bearer. Oh. Now we're all going to do some searching there. Okay. Right, get on that list and Bagsy it before someone else does. Oh, yes, Ross, to you too. I love it. Wonderful. So Germany's gone for Mandy. Okay. Sue says they knit up quickly. Just need to work out how to do horizontal to try. Oh, you're gonna be really creative. Right, let's talk about the makeup of the chicken. Okay. Let's go to this slide. And let's do that and then that. Let's get rid of that because we've seen that. So that's the form. That's still in the chat at the top or in the description below if you're watching on catch up. It will stay there. As you choose your nation, they will be removed. Fizz found out this really clever thing that we can do on the form now, where as soon as you submit it, it will be gone. So no one else can choose. So first comes, first served. Right. Let's get rid of that. So there's the pattern on Ravelry. And as it says there, it's suggested yarn weight is worsted, but you can use whatever yarn you like because that will just depend on the size. So just choose the yarn you like and have fun with it. If we scroll through, I was just going to want to show you. Oh no, let's go to the drawing and I'll draw it for you. Let's go back to me. So here's my pen. So it's knitted flat, and I'm not a toy knitter at all because of all those little parts, you know, like those little Jean Greenhow things when we did the knitted mice several years ago. I think that drove the ladies insane. You know, cast on 4, knit 8 rows, then cast off, and that will be like an arm and whatnot. So it starts with the tail, and I'm going to draw it because you go like that, do some cast-ons, knit, and knit like that, basically. I think that's how it is. Oh, my drawer is not working. Let's put there. Right. That's it. And you do another one of those. That's the first stage. So you do 2 of those, pretty much identical. I think if I remember on the pattern, she says do one little bit lower here, because what you then do is you join them, these top edges together, so it looks... Oh, that's a terrible drawing, but you get the gist. This is where you've joined it, and they recommend a crochet join, which I did. Can we? It'll zoom. Let's clear that. There. Yeah, you see. And then it's flat. If I've got this picture here, this should work. There. So there we are. That's a better drawing of it. So there's your one wing. There's your second wing, and you've joined it together. And it's visible joining. So you could do it in, like Sue has done, in the same yarn all the way through. And then it's just knitted flat. And as you can see, there's a colour change there straight away to do, which you can choose, or you could just do in solids. But as I say, that's the creativity now. You can choose your flag and what to do. And then the rest is done with short rows. You can see it's just beautiful shaping. You'll be coming back and then doing lots of turning, and then you'll come back and do this side. And then you've got, you get the gist like that. And then you'll do that, 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 till it's all full. But, now I've got a big, huge tash. It's really enjoyable. It's a very good way, if you've never done short rows before, to learn them, because it's done with garter. It's just knit, isn't it, you see? So there's less pressure on those holes appearing. So the wrap and turn works a treat on garter stitch, where you're just knitting and knitting. Because on stocking stitch, short rows is quite different. You've got your Japanese short rows, your German short rows, different approaches to stop holes appearing. But because you're doing it on garter stitch, it is wonderfully easy. Now, the only thing I do recommend is you have a notepad and pen, or your app open with Knit Companion or whatever it is. Or if you like Sue, wonderful Sue, she's got an abacus where she just flips over things. Because you're doing a lot of short row shaping. You'll do 15 rows. And a couple of times, I think on my one, I'm like, oh, did I just do 15 there, or did I do 14 there? Because I thought I could count as I was watching telly, but you can't. So you need a pen and a pad. But it's really enjoyable because you see this shaping happening. And that's the wonderful thing about short rows. Because when you do increases in knitting, that helps to change the horizontalness of your fabric, but the short rows are there to help change the vertical shaping of it that way. So it's a great technique, and it's a great way in to making you go, oh, I'm loving this. Now I can actually see the chicken forming, and that's why that picture there is so good, because that is it. So that's your, what's the word for when you do it flat in Germany? I want to say schnitzel, but what do they do to the schnitzel? Pound it? Oh, fizz! We can't pound our chicken. What's... Yeah, I think there's a proper word for it, though, isn't there? Let us know in the chat if you know the word I mean. It's flat. So that's where we're thinking it will be really easy to then post that to us. And we'll do all the rest. It just... Now, you what? What? Oh, spatchcock. Spatchcock. That's it. It is pounding. Oh, Margareta says it is pounding. Klopfen. Oh, I'm loving this. We will. So you'll klopfen your chicken. And yes, I just send it to us flat, and we'll do all the rest. Got loads of stuffing here. We'll use all the cool eyes too, unless you want to do your eye. Cover my face up. It is up to you. But we thought, what fun. And the most important bit, we will give them all to charities afterwards, because I'm sure there'll be kiddies somewhere who will want an emotional support chicken, who will love it, whether that's in hospitals here in the UK or whether that's elsewhere. I will just do some research on those eyes. I'm sure you lot will be able to tell me if they're safe. They're called safety eyes, but I know sometimes charities do have certain rules and regulations. So we'll see. We'll see. But so I don't know where they'll go, but it's just a nice thought, because we can't have 200 odd chickens. If we got that, there's no pressure or anything, but however many, 50 chickens or so, we can't have them roosting in the wool patch. That would be funny, wouldn't it? So you can knit one or you can crochet one. Shall we go back to the pattern and have a look? So that's what the finished item will look like in whatever colourway you choose. Let's go back to the pattern, because there are, get rid of that and get rid of that. Where's the pattern there? There are some amazing pictures. So when you're at the pattern, you just go, oh, and I can't see the whole, oh, that's a shame. It's not showing me the menu bar on my system, so I can't see all the other people's pictures. But I tell you what I can do. If you've not seen our film, we showed it last month on the Wool Patch Show. Just have a look at this, which is our chickens, and I'll stop it halfway through when we see everyone else's chickens. These are our. How cool. How cool. Right, let's go back to that video now. If I just do a bit of moochie poochie, right, I've got to do that. And let's put that over there. Press play. There we go. So mine now. And let's press pause. Now, so you could already see there, look at those colours. Just from those people, so you can see how you can match it to your nation's flag. But if we just keep scrolling through, I think there was a couple of pictures where they were also flat again. Oh, look, there you go. There's another one there. The bottom. So that person there has literally done so two little flat pieces, which Sue knit up, crocheted together with the pink down the middle, and has then done the contrast rows there. So let's have a look at that one and see if there are any other. So if you go into Ravelry and the pattern page at the top, it says projects. You click on projects and then you see thousands of other people's projects, which is what we're now seeing here. Let's have a scroll through. Oh, look, there's Sue's. Right, let's skip through. There's mine. There's Jan's. Now, we'll stop at mine. When you're knitting it, you do put stitch markers in at sort of this point when you're doing it, and they're there for a reason. They're there for where to put the bottom in. Well, I clearly ignored that, and I went right up here. but actually it turned out quite well because it makes it look as though it's got like wings. So don't worry so much if you are making it because you're local. And you could pop into the shop. Don't worry necessarily about that. But yes, if you put them in where the stitch markers is, like Sue did properly, the front, where is it? You can see you get a nice proper comes down there, and then the bottom, it's like a diamond shape, isn't it? It comes out and then in, and the tail goes right to the base. The point, let's get that in the right way. The point comes together at its bottom of this tail. That's how it works. And then you've got a perfect base. This is a model. Sue, a star for you on this one. Right, let's go back to that. Oh yeah. Right, so can you see mine looks like a proper fat portly? Oh dear, 3D. Let's scroll to. There you go. There's another one here. Oh, pause. Looks like they didn't do any of the striping. They ignored the stripes and just had one like a tonal colour. The same with this one. Oh no, they have got a stripe there. Well, they just chosen one stripe. You see, that's the beauty of it. You can have it as defined as that. I mean, that's really striking, isn't it? But there you go. You can see if I get rid of my head, this one here. So they're now, so as I said, it's knitted flat. So they've done this, they've done that, they've then done this, and they've short rowed it to come back to this bit. And they're now about to do the head. And then the head would obviously come up like that. But until then, they're not at that point. They're there. So it is great when you go to, let's scroll forward again. Oh, look, there you go. Here. So they've just made the first wing. Oh, no, they've got the second wing in the corner there. So they're now about to put that flat edge to that flat edge. So it ends up looking like that. And that, I felt, the tail, yeah. That was the fiddliest part. But it wasn't really fiddly because you're so excited to do it. So, yeah, so that would have been flat like that, Fizz. You got it? Yeah. Yeah. So cool. Right, I think we're there. Right, any questions? The tail. Did I call it something else, did I? Oh, the wing. Is it a wing? Oh, I saw it as a wing. It would go like that, wouldn't it? Flap, flap, flap. Tail. It's the tail. Okay, it's the tail. Right, let's have a go back to the chat again. After it was where did I stop? After pounding and spatchcock. Thanks, Sue. The video by the designer is really good. Thank you very much. But the crochet one, not so good. Oh, what if we got to 200 chickens, Emmy? What a display that would be. You've got your normal swimming pool that you do your lengths in. Then you've got your Olympic size pool, twice as long. Isn't it 50 metres? Does it go to 100 metres, doesn't it? Or 25 metres to 50. It's a big pool. We could have a lot of chickens. We could have Olympic chickens. Oh, yes, there we go. Emma, you said it. Yes, because we were chatting before, weren't we? I wonder if it's been updated. Has she updated it, tweaked it in light of other people's feedback? Right, Bob, you see what we're doing. Wonderful. What, the crochet pattern? Jan, it would be lovely. You haven't knitted in 40 years. Wow. Well, this will be a pattern to come back to because I can tell you if I can do it, you can do it. The short rows, no problems. There's a couple of YouTube vids you can watch, but as Sue says, the tutorial is great. You can watch that, you'll have it. It'll be lovely, be thrilled. Well, we'll certainly have a go. If you haven't knitted for 40 years because of a reason, will those knitting needles get chucked again? Natasha, if I start knitting this week, my chicken should be... Well, that's okay. If the shop's still going another 4 years, we'll have it then. Oh, yes, thanks, Sue. The tail. Yeah. Is the third our one, Valerie, or will our one make it the fourth? Hey James, how are you? I'm having visions of the spitting image. Oh dear. Oh, you're going to go for the no. Oh, wow. We can let us know how the pattern is then, can't you? Right. So what have we got there, Fizz? Do we think we've probably got another 10 from this list? Not putting any pressure on you at all. Ours will be number 4. It will be wonderful. Yeah, it will really be wonderful. As I say, you've got plenty of time. Spread the word. 16 have gone already. Good evening, Margaret. We're talking chickens. If you've just joined us, like Margaret has, we want to make chickens for our window display for the whole of, it's for the whole of August, really, isn't it? End of July to the end of August. We are going to have an Olympic window theme for Paris 2024. I'm in the mood already. Jubilee Bunting popped by last weekend and allowed us to have her dress on loan to get into the whole tricolour feel, the red, white and blue. And we want to put the chickens, because they were such a success, Margaret, over Easter, these dolls, that I thought, well, we could have fun, because it is fun knitting them. It doesn't take long. And you can have fun creatively choosing how you knit or crochet your chicken. So Margaret, you've got to go on and choose a nation and knit your chicken or crochet your chicken in the style of your nation. So you could follow the pattern and have solid, and then stripe, stripe, stripe. Or you could just get rid of that and do your own thing. So Sue was talking, you're thinking about doing horizontal stripes. So you're working out, because the garter goes that way. So you want stripes like this. I can see we're all going to be we're going to be thinking, aren't we? We're going to be adapting the pattern and just be creative. It's just going to be great. Or you could just simply get your yarns together of your flag and knit 2 strands together or knit 3 strands together. You could do them in different sizes. Sue did one in 4-ply and it came out dinky. It was beautiful. It was a tiny little one. Sue, this was this double knit again? I can't remember. Hennifer? I think so. And it's the size of... Is it the size of my head? Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I'm so excited too. It's brilliant. It's just nice to, you have these things that you join in with, and sometimes they work. Sometimes you have knit-alongs and crochet-alongs. Sometimes they go on too long and you give up, or sometimes they're too short and then you get stressed. All right, this is nothing like that. If you do it, you do it. If you don't worry. We'll have it for for wherever it was in 2028, Los Angeles. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Is that near you, Fizz? Oh, right. Right. Note to self. go to Los Angeles, book tickets and fly out to see Fizz. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? That could be the year for travelling America, couldn't it? Well, there we are. I said we'll do 30 minutes, maybe 45. We'll stick with 45. We've got a couple of minutes left. What do you think? I hope you get involved. So this video is just going to be a standalone video for chickens. So when we do the Wool Patch Show next week, we'll briefly talk about it. Briefly, because there'll be a schedule, won't there? And then those visitors can come and watch this video. I hope it helped. I think we've talked about everything, haven't we, Fizz? We've talked about the pattern, how to get them to, so fill out the form, pay for the pattern, so everyone gets something out of it, the designer gets something out of it. I know many of you have got the pattern already anyway. Send it to the shop flat. Oh yes, we can indeed. So those in America, you can buy the kit, can't you? That's on her, you've got the link for that, I think, haven't you, Fizz? You can buy a kit from, I think her website's Knitting Tree or something like that. You can buy it directly from her website, and there are some fun ones. I've now realised that I missed a joke last month of Beyonce. Emmy, you've done a Beyonce, haven't you? I said beak once. I couldn't quite get it. But you can buy the kit from her website, which comes with the yarn, but obviously it doesn't fit with the colours. But if you don't want to do one for us, you can just support her and buy a kit and do your own Beyonce. Or there were loads of other ones. In fact, there were about 10 or 12, weren't there, I think, Fizz? Oh, thanks, Fizz. She's put it in the chat if you just wanted to do a fun one anyway, because I think they're all in the special colours. Which one were we looking at yesterday, Fizz? The one with the tail feather swift. Yeah. Sag egg front. The colours are great. James, I'll represent the former colonies and do one. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Hennifer was sport weight. No way. Sport weight held double? Oh, we need to do it this way, don't we? Really? Wow. There you go. You prefer Aaron? Yeah, do whatever weight you like. Sue says, the 4-ply one I did on 3.2mm needles. You need a dense fabric so that the stuffing doesn't try to escape. Perfect, yeah. In fact, you could say that with any yarn, couldn't you? If you're going to do double knit, just go down 2 sizes. If you're going to do Aran, which would technically be 5mm, would you go down to 4mm so it's dense, so you don't see, because there are no holes there. Yeah, that's why she got a star, isn't it? Mary Lou Retten? Who's that? I don't know. Is that a singer? Fizz is having a think. Oh. I think I'll have a go at. Oh, sorry, Fizz is working, and there's me disrupting. I think I'll have a go at Dominica plus but minus the parrots. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Well, you could do. No, yeah. Well, that's the thing. You could be as literal or as sort of expression. Yes, who were they? The expression. What was the? And I was an art teacher. Expressionists. I can host a Zoom if folks want to work on it together. No. I shall speak and converse with you then, Valerie, because that might be something nice. actually, that's a private thing where we dial into Zoom, and only the people. It's not obviously live like we are now. It's just private hangouts. That might be a nice thing to do. Gymnast. Oh, it's a gymnast. Mary Lou Retten. Oh dear. Oh, and an Olympic. Well, of course. I'm learning. Oh, wonderful. And oh, please stop. We're going on too long. Well, there we go. So spread the word. And then, yes, I'll have a chat with Valerie, because maybe then we all know Zoom now, don't we? We could just hang out one Saturday evening or one Sunday evening, or maybe during the week yes, we'll have a converse. Great idea, Valerie. Yes, so there we are. That's our impromptu Olympic chicken window officially started. It's going to be great. We'll think of some hashtags as well. I know many of you post on Instagram, but otherwise you could just send me them. It's just great. And then, so I'm away next Tuesday and Wednesday. The shop's closed Wednesday. Not that I think many of you are interested in that anyway, but I'm going up north to Warrington. So nice drive to see John Scott. We're doing some filming for his platform-based show. John Scott is he's been on TV. He's done film and TV sets. He's done films for James Bond, costumes for James Bond. He's done costumes for what's it, Downton Abbey or something. He's big in the sewing world, and he's currently, his job is working on Sewing Street selling. So he's basically like me in my shop, but he does it online. And I know there's a big audience on that. But he also has a private platform where people sign up to his threads of life, and people watch shows. And I'm recording some shows with me. I'm recording 4 shows. I know I'm going to be working hard on Wednesday, all day Wednesday. But I've got a hotel Tuesday night, so that'll be nice. I'm doing like a knitting one about slip knit, because I think people will be benefit of that after all I've learned from Roxanne Richardson. And then we've got 2 other shows, and then we're doing like a Meet the Designer where he talks to me about my lavender blues. That'd be good. So that's why we didn't have an official Woolpatch show this week, because I spent the last weekend sort of doing final preps for it. So we shall see you next Sunday at 8 o'clock for the official Woolpatch show, April. Can you believe it? We're at April, Fizz. God, April show. And I know, it will be, won't it? Finished make to show, not me, Colin. Remember, we were talking about the Shawn Mendes crochet top. Well, it's nearly here. Yeah, the flower one, nearly here. We started crocheting. He found some cotton. And run out of cotton. So this is now a vest top. He is now knitting. I've given him some new yarn, a lot more, and he's now crocheting the actual one up with the flowers. He's got to make 20 flowers, and I've just ordered him the white. Oh, that's the camera. Go on, over my face. Look at that lovely white cotton. Mercerized cotton, so the flowers are going to look good. So we'll have that to show you. And he's also, this is not for showing. This is for another time. But of course we've got a crochet jock too. So that will be shown some other time. You might think, don't think you'll want to be seeing that, will you? So there we go. So you'll see that, the cardigan next week. So look forward to seeing you at 8 o'clock. Spread the word. Please, if you've got friends who like knitting and who fancy a change and they would love to knit or crochet up one, and send it to us. Or if you're local and you're watching this on catch up and you live down the road in Sudbury, in Hadley or wherever, and you can pop in with yours finished. I've got to get used to the camera, which way it goes round. It will be brilliant. Let us know, and we'll all go chick, chick, chook, chook mad for the next 3 months. It's going to be great. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Spread the word, as I say, our Olympic window. Let's get to 205 chickens. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? But whatever chickens come through, they are going to look great. I've got Italy. I've backseed Italy already. So I'm going to start on mine, doing mine over the coming weeks. It will be great to see what you create anyway. Other than that, I think that's it. See you next Sunday at 8 o'clock. I'm just going to press stop because obviously this is not a real show, so there's no play out or anything. And I'll see you at 8 o'clock next Sunday for the wool patch. What's the expression? Be there or be square. Is that right? Thanks everyone. And I can't wait to see your chickens and see how they progress according to which nation you've chosen. Cheers all. See ya. Bye-bye. Press end. Yeah, I'm pressing end. I'm going to try again. Bye-bye.